meditation. I've committed to meditating every day, so I thought I'd do it live here on YouTube to invite you to meditate with me. If you want to commit to meditating every day, up to you. I'm going to go for about half an hour, and then directly afterwards I'll be doing a live show, channeling show, pulling cards out for the members of this channel. If you're interested in that, just click that join button below. So, meditation, we're not trying to clear our minds. What we're trying to do is remain present. Distractions are a part of the human condition. We wouldn't survive very long if we didn't have these distractions, be them bodily stuff that you're feeling, noises outside of ourselves, and the subconscious mind as well. The subconscious mind is there to protect us. It's got a negative bias. It's good to put it in its place. And by that I mean listen to its worries and what it's trying to warn you of, and then decide consciously if that is a valid fear or not, right? Because our subconscious mind is very primal, and so it's going to flag a lot of different things as being scary or a concern, and we need to listen to it because it's not going to quieten down unless we do listen to it. A lot of what it comes up with these days is not actually threatening to us. It could be anything like a problem that you've got with somebody, you know, an argument or something like that, or just like bad vibes between them. To our subconscious mind, that means that you're going to be thrown out of the tribe, you're possibly going to be thrown out of the tribe, you won't have food and shelter, and you will not survive. So that's what I mean by it's very primal. And these emotional issues, it's not a life or death situation anymore, right? And so this is one of the benefits of meditation, is to be able to listen to the subconscious mind, realize it's the subconscious mind, realize it's trying to help us, and then soothe it so that we can have a quieter mind and be more in control of our experience instead of being reactive to things that are going on outside of us and reactive to things that are going on inside of us too. Now, another thing that you might experience in meditation is access to the superconscious mind. The superconscious mind is the higher self mind. We tend to receive thoughts from it. It feels slightly different than the subconscious mind. It tends to come about when we're in a very deep meditative state, very present. Whereas the subconscious mind, it's just prattling on all the time. The subconscious mind tends to quieten down in those deep meditative states, and the superconscious mind kicks in. And what's important about that is the superconscious mind is the really good stuff. It's the ideas, it is the inspiration, it's the guidance that we need to be on track. And so we are exercising that while we meditate. So let's do it instead of talking about it. Meditation is so much easier when we quieten the nervous system first, so let's do that right now. Taking some deep breaths in, breathing in, and then out. In again. Letting everything go with that air that you're letting go. Another deep breath in. And breathing it all out. Now let's move our conscious awareness around our body and see if we can find any areas of tightness or holding and let them go in order to release the nervous system even more. So we'll start off in the left toes, moving into the left arch of the foot, into the heel and the ankle, moving up the calf to the knee, the left knee, up to the hip, and in the left hip there, just feeling the femur within the hip socket and relax that down. There's no need to hold the hip. Moving around the back to the glute, feeling whatever the glute is sitting or laying on, feeling the support and allowing that muscle just to melt away and be supported instead of holding itself up. Moving across to the right hip, feeling the femur within the hip socket, relaxing down. And then around the back to the glute, feeling whatever the glute is resting on, allowing it to be supported by that surface and relaxing the whole of that muscle. And then moving from the right hip down to the knee, relaxing everything as we go, from the right knee down the calf to the ankle, from the ankle around the back to the heel, down the arch of the foot to the toes, and then out. Now into the left fingers, moving from the fingers to the palm of the hand, down the thumb, back up the thumb and around the wrist. Moving up all of the little muscles of the forearm to the left elbow. From the left elbow up the bicep and the tricep to the left shoulder. Now feeling that left shoulder relaxing down and away from the ear. No need to hold that shoulder. Across the back of the shoulders now to the right shoulder again, letting that relax down and away from the ear. From the right shoulder down the bicep, the tricep of the right arm to the right elbow. From the elbow down all of those little muscles of the forearm to the wrist. And from the wrist down the thumb, back up the thumb and into the palm of the hand. And down the right fingers. And then let's take a deep breath into the belly, expanding the belly as big as it can get. And then as you release that air, relax the belly. Second breath in, let's this time into the upper chest, the rib cage, the upper back, making it as big as possible. And then as you let that air go, relaxing all of the upper body. Starting at the base of the spine, let's move up the spine now as we stretch the spine, make ourselves taller. And then when we get to the neck, let's move our right ear to our right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. And then looking over the right shoulder. And over the left shoulder. Back to neutral now, and then looking down to the belly button. Up to the sky. And then resting your head in a neutral position so that the neck is nice and relaxed and the head is balanced. Moving up to the jaw now, you might want to release the jaw by opening your mouth wide, waggling your jaw from side to side. Closing the jaw again and resting the tongue gently on the roof of the mouth. Moving into the cheeks. And up to the eyeballs, feeling the eyeballs relax back and down into the eye sockets. Up to the eyebrows, relaxing them down and apart, relaxing the whole of the forehead. Up to the scalp, relaxing the scalp so that your ears move down just ever so slightly toward the shoulders. Now resting your focus on your third eye, which is a point in between the eyebrows and up a little bit from there. Remaining with this focus and noticing the distractions as they come along. You might like to name the distractions, that can help keep you present. So name the noise or the sensation in your body or the emotion that comes up or the thought that comes in. And if you do find that you wander off, your consciousness wanders off with the subconscious mind and you go down a thought path, as soon as you realize what you're doing, as soon as you become consciously aware of it, just accepting part of the human condition, bring yourself back to that third eye focus. So we're not trying to fight it, And we're not trying to tell ourselves we're terrible at meditation whenever there's a distraction. Meditation is about being present with those distractions. It's about bringing ourselves back from those distractions. It's the exercise of that process. That's a good meditation when we're distracted and we're bringing ourselves back to conscious focus. And if you're lucky and have a deep experience in this meditation, you might want to notice the nuance differences between the subconscious mind and the superconscious mind. The subconscious mind being negatively focused, there to protect us, remind us of things we should be doing instead of meditating, the things to be afraid of. The superconscious mind being positively focused, giving us guidance, intuition, inspiration, ideas. They feel very different if you notice the nuance. Gently bringing yourself back to the third eye focus when you find that your mind has wandered off. We're trying to develop acceptance of the distractions of the human condition. Another way to put it is self-love, loving ourselves no matter what. We all have a subconscious mind, we all get distracted. We wouldn't survive very long if we didn't. If we didn't react to sounds in our environment, if we didn't have a subconscious mind warning of us of dangers and reminding us to do things. We wouldn't survive very long if we didn't react to things going on in the body as well, sensations. It's all very useful stuff to a human being. Meditation isn't about stopping that. It's about accepting it, living with it, being able to be conscious despite of it. Accepting it and loving ourselves. The more we meditate, the more regularly we meditate, then the deeper we'll get, the more benefits you get from it. And those benefits, they're mental, they're emotional, they're spiritual, but they're also physical too. So this is where I'm going to come out of the meditation now. Feel free to keep going if you want to, if you're in deep. Thank you so much for meditating with me. If you're interested in coming along to the channel session, I'll be starting that in just a few minutes. You can click that join button down there if you want to do that. Let's do this again tomorrow. I'm committed to meditating every day. I decided to do it live here on my YouTube channel to invite you along too. And so if you'd like to do that, I'll see you tomorrow.